Hello and welcome everybody out there in Union Arena Land to another Deck Tech video. We are joined today talking about Red Sanosuke with Kyle from Unionversity. Kyle, say hi.
Hi everybody.
All right. Now, unlike the pure, unadulterated rush style of deck that the Kenshin red deck provides for us, Sanosuke likes to play a little bit bigger, capping out at 5 energy, and using Sanosuke's resting mechanics to generate value and control the board. So, let's break this down. Kyle, how would we describe the identity of Red Sanosuke?
Martial arts, basically. Let's be straight honest. If using your fist was a thing for card games, this is basically what it is. You know, defensive and attackive modes. So, yeah.
Martial arts style of gameplay. So, looking at all of this, what do you think a pilot should know before they pick up a deck like this? Do you think that this is something the average UA player will be able to pick up and do well with, or perhaps somebody new to the game?
This is definitely a player should at least have 8 to 10 reps of the game before they kind of pick this up, right? Because you are at the 5 cost, that means you're not... Even though it's an aggressive S-style deck, you still are at 5 costs, right? So it's just something to think about at the end of the day.
All right.
It's like your top end taps there. But Go ahead.
So let's start by going over the curve of the deck. What are these little 0 drops we got here?
All your zeros. Oh, look. Non-effect zeros. Weird concept.
After the last one, yeah.
Get Sanosuke 0. Just a raid target. And it's just basically for your raid. Surprisingly, we play a lot of raid targets for a deck that only has 1 raid.
Yep.
Make that make sense, Bandai. Make that make sense. But Sanosuke, then you have Yakiho, just an act trigger, and then you have your filter trigger. That's just a get draw, and basically just play, draw a card, trash a card. So she will, like any deck, if you're not playing this, what are you doing? So always when deck building, your zeros are usually going to be whatever your raids are, target century wise, and then you know, you're always going to be playing the 0 that draws filter. There's very rarely do you not want to play it, and I think those decks are lacking if they don't have it.
It does hurt. Then moving right along, this vanilla card, but oh wait.
Yeah, it's an act trigger. It's Sanosuke, 1 cost. Yeah, we don't have another raid target. Nah, it's fine. The deck does well when it goes off. He's just there to be aggressive or a decent block potential. But we have a event card in this specifically designed for this deck in the 2, the single character of bad. So choose up to 1 Sanosuke on your field. It gains 15,000 DP and impact. So end of the game, you could literally combo this. Is it +1? No, you can't. So basically guarantees that something on your line can hit with. So this vanilla chief here can become a 4K with impact, which you're going to be most likely using that for, because again, this one, the raid will have an innate impact 1. But because it is a not impact +1, you can't stack it. So just be cautious about that. That is something that will choke up players. So just being a friendly reminder, if it doesn't have +1, it can't stack on top of already an impact given character. So just giving a friendly reminder.
Yeah, not a +1 impact, just impact 1.
Yep. So now let's get into the red color trigger, because red color triggers, unless you hit them early game against decks, and yeah, we're not talking about that. Activate main, pay 1 AP, draw a card. This character gains 1,000 DP until the end of turn, so it becomes a 4K. When attacking, place one card from your hand into your sideline. If you do, choose up to one character on your field that has not attacked this turn, switch it to active. So this is where the aggression comes from. You know, he's going to be able to make it so that you'll hit for 4K with him if you do so, which is fine. You don't need to early game, so you save it for later game to become that 4K. But then basically, if you just played a character, giving you Astro Academy feels, because at least when attacking, you'll get that extra stand-up attack, right?
Oh, yeah, that ability's really good.
Or because Sanosuke likes to do something with, you know, switching a Sanosuke on your field to rested to activate that extra damage boost and stuff like that. That could be where you're kind of getting that extra flavor from. Now we do have the 3K Sanosuke. This one's during your turn. It is a 4000 DP. If on the energy line, at the end of the attack by a character on your field, you may place one card from your hand into the sideline. If you do, choose up to one character on your front line that has not attacked this turn, and you may switch it with this character. So basically, let's just say, you know, early game, you've gotten a few zeros up there. You haven't really chump blocked. You know that your zero isn't going to go, right? So basically guarantees that you'll swap them around and make sure that basically that zero gets into the back, and then you can punch in and deal some massive damage that your opponent was not ready for blocking number wise. And then we do have Sununa, whatever his name is. When played, choose up to when played, choose up one of the following. Choose one rested Sanosuke on your front line, switch it to active. So there we go, we got some active. Or you may switch to resting one active Sanosuke on your front line. If you do, switch one of your characters on your opponent's front line. It kind of borrowed Blue's mechanic. Oh, sorry, not Blue. That
Yellow.
It's Yellow. Sorry, yeah. I'm used to looking at Rolo. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Everybody gets yellow mechanics nowadays.
Yeah. Why do we do this to ourselves? Now let's get into the 4 cost here. So Sanosuke 4 cost. This is a 4000 DP beat stick, but when this character attacks, it is not blocked, draw a card. So basically, it forces your opponent to trade, because again, draw value in red doesn't really happen much. But if they allow you to get in and they don't block this thing, you're gonna draw a card. That is scary for a lot of decks, because again, if red can keep tempo, that means they can go longer in the game, and you don't want red to go longer in the game. So hint, hint, nudge, nudge, block this card.
That in combination with the 2-drop Yahiko too, that's just oof. It just comes in and swing Yahiko, stand this bro up. All right, smash 4.
Yep. Then we have Mastery of the 2 layers. So you may choose, you can only use this card if Sanosuke is on the field. Choose one character with 5000 DP or less on your opponent's front line, sideline it. You may switch to resting one active Sanosuke on your front line. If you do, place it into the removable area instead. So this card gets removed instead, if that's how I'm reading it, right?
Yep.
So basically, they don't let you spam it, but not many cards could. Oh wait, or is it?
No, it removes the character that you're removing from the game, so they don't get sideline abilities.
So it removes it from the game. Got it. Sorry, words, terminology. And then I absolutely can't let myself lose. You know, angry face. Switch your AP restand. That's all it does. Then we get into 2 action point chief here. So, again, a lot of these 2 action points in Kenshin actually just come in active. So that's a plus. Before, you know, I remember playing 2 action points in Purple Code. Yeah, it came in rested. Sucks. This one will at least punch face the turn it comes in. If on the front line, when this active character is switched to rested by one of yours or your opponent's abilities, switch this character to active. So this is funny, because that means if he's up and the only target that they want to suspend and lock him down, They can't because he's going to switch to active.
Yep.
When played, this character gains, your opponent must block this character if able until the end of turn. So this is where the 2 action point combos in with this, because you give it, make it beefy, and then negates an impact. So it kind of gives that feel that purple code does, where, you know, if you give it impact and you force them to block, they're going to lose damage and on top of a character. Then
block is nothing to sneeze at.
No. Then you have Mr. Double Damage himself. He's also Nullify Impact. Dude is keyword soup. The only thing he's missing is Snipe.
True. He should have Snipe. Yeah.
Yeah. This should have been an option between Impact and Snipe.
No. Screw you. That is no.
Yes. Change the keyword of this and be Impact choice or Snipe.
No.
Yeah. But when this character attacks and is blocked, you may switch to resting 1 active Sanosuke on the front line. If you do, this character gains 1000 DP and impact until the end of turn. So basically, either you're going to take 2 damage, or you're going to give your opponent a way of lessening their attack pattern. But because you do have the 2 costs here, this boy will let you get that attack back in, so that guarantees that you're dealing damage through at least 1 impact. But he also is a on-play draw card. I mean, the fact that it has double damage, nullify impact, and a way of gaining impact and becoming a 5k is scary enough. He is very powerful.
Yeah, you can't block him with a 5k if there's another Sanosuke untapped, and that's scary. You gotta block him with the smaller guy.
Yep.
So, looking at all of this, what types of matchups do you think that Sanosuke is going to be good into in our meta?
Any deck that kind of wants to tower a bit, he can definitely be aggressive enough to deal with the towery decks. The fact that basically he's going to force blocks, he can deal a lot of damage early game, and once it starts getting late game, he gets the combo, his own like gimmick to be able to deal more damage, get more attacks in, or just being able to just prevent your opponent from achieving their goals, right? Just because of how the deck wants to work. It uses their character as a resource, which again, we saw this with Sukuna's Finger, but this is just now as a deck that just wants to take advantage of it.
Yeah, no synergy needed. You're just playing him. Yep. Now, what types of decks do you think it's going to be unfavorable against into the meta?
Rurouni Kenshin.
yeah, fair enough.
Rurouni screws you over a little bit because you're not as fast as Rurouni. And the fact that you basically don't have the luxury of these guys having an effect. Sad days. And the fact that this deck also got punished by the non-print, right? This deck actually wanted to play that 2 costs because it allowed it to be a little more aggressive. So now that it lost it, it has to play a little bit differently than it wants to. That's why we're playing this card here. Naturally, I think this card was removed from the list in favor of the Yakuyo 2 that becomes a 0 as an option, because being able to do that means that you could combo off a little bit more and with an early aggression. Yeah,
2.5k 0 cost is better than the 2.5k 1 cost.
Yep.
It's
with no effects.
Yeah, still better.
Yep.
So, that covers mostly. Actually, that covers about everything we wanted to talk about, I believe. So, big thanks to you, Kyle from Unionversity. Let people know where they can find you on the internet.
Down in the description below, it'll give you a link to Unionversities. If you guys want, I do cover a lot of meta decks and stuff like that. This is just strictly just talking about. I do weekly what's going on with the meta kind of report, so that people can see what's kind of just spinning the gears and kind of moving in the right direction. So it's just something you want to be ready for. Definitely taking a look here. It's all good. definitely check out Joey. His stuff is down below. So
awesome. And thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to all 3 channels, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.